Yes. There you go. So up next, we got Crescent Break. It's another in a similar vein to what we just did with RoboGal, though it's a more of a roguelite experience than a typical stage-by-stage game. And as you can see, they actually have a progress listing on the right there for what they've done with the game so far. They've got World 1 mostly complete, World 2 and 3 are in progress, more worlds are coming. Side bodies, item discs, early upgrades and attacks, late upgrades, late attacks, no bosses yet, no rogue bosses, no end boss. Balancing is going to be in progress until the game's done, probably. That makes nothing but sense. Music and sound are unfinished. This is a very early demo, as far as I can tell for this one. But it has its charm. It was actually pretty fun from the bit I had played testing it the other day, so I fit it in here because I figured it'll take up a nice filler slot in between other demos that are going to be longer. So all we've got for side bodies is the Moon prototype, which has a energy blaster and a saber. So the main gimmick of this game, other than being kind of loud even though I turned it down, is A, picking up abilities to fit your 2 slots up there. You do only have 2 slots, but the gimmick is actually that when enemies die, they burst into that scrap you saw there, which have a variety of effects. The blue ones are more energy for you, the orange is healing for you, and the big orange scraps that look like they're on fire damage enemies. So you can actually cause chain reactions of enemies blowing up that way. This shop needs batteries, we don't have any. Do watch out for these traps on the floor, they hurt a lot. So we'll use what is referred to as a break to just blow this set of the stage up. And these are upgrades. In this particular case, we can get vision, lets us see better in the dark. Get more energy every time you pick up an energy scrap. Get more health scraps, or collect scraps from further away. Let's get more health scraps because it really seemed like they don't show up that much. Hey, you have 2 options with those 3 breaks you have above the batteries. You can either do this, which gives you a bounce pad that sends you flying up into the air, or you could do that explosion you saw me do. Those are your 2 choices. Now, this game is very willing to kill you, which is why I was saying we weren't going to be on it for too long. Because you'll notice, even the level killed us there. Just a simple tile sitting on top of an item I picked up dropped on my head and killed me. This is why I said it's a roguelite, because you get installation chips as long as you're doing half decent, and you can spend them in all of these spots. Either buffing your default energy blaster or buffing yourself in terms of getting more HP per scrap or more damage resistance. The amount of damage we were taking is based on me having 2 buffs towards my defense already. So bear that in mind. I was dying incredibly rapidly when I tested this out initially, before I grabbed any of those. Howitzer. Which is a shotgun. Okay. You know what? Considering our energy blaster doesn't have super long range, this is fine. These things suck in scrap. I don't really know what they do. I've never had them pull in enough scrap to accomplish anything. But it's a thing. It does stuff. What's our upgrade this time? Extra long slide, hurt robots while sliding, more health scrap, or shoot up plasmoids when you get full health. Let's go ahead and hurt enemies when we slide. That might be fun. Hey. White disc. There's a bunch of discs of varying colors you can get that you can just use kind of like a regular roguelike with its potions. They do quite a variety of things. Bunch of points. Ow. And that's why you make sure to get rid of these laser traps, because they hurt a lot. Notice how we lost basically all of our health immediately there? Ordinarily, without defense, that would have killed me. I died to laser traps so many times. And we're dead again anyway, because that guy bounced around. I never actually saw a pill bug before, so I didn't know how that worked. Turns out, it bounces when you shoot it and kills you. Yeah, I wanted to show this one off just because it has a really neat idea. But also, I knew it was going to be a little too brutal for me to do too much with. If more than likely. Yes, increase max health. Now we have a bar and a half. Which will mean we might actually get somewhere. Now, there is a tutorial that teaches you all of these things pretty well. So I would say the tutorial kind of puts you into a false sense of security about how much this game is just going to obliterate you. Okay, there's nothing up there. Can't get at that, really. At least I wouldn't think I could. That battery would be nice to get. There we go. Two breaks for the price of one there. Something I keep forgetting is that those barrels don't hurt you unless unless you're standing like directly on it when it goes off. The particles that come off of it are for some reason safe. Use our last break to get back out of there. Spend my 2 batteries to fill my health, so basically going down there accomplished technically nothing, because I had to heal on the way out. But you know what? We got to do stuff. We actually got to exist in this world for more than a minute without just immediately dying. So I will take that as a victory. Well, never mind about that not immediately dying. I was gonna say there was a spike right under where I was a moment ago, and then because I was focused on the other spike, I didn't notice that spike. This game gives big Spelunky energy with the amount of things that are just there to kill you. And there's your example of the barrel, if you're too close, killing you. Because we had hit that trap immediately, I figured I'd just demonstrate blowing myself up with the barrel at that rate, because nothing was gonna get accomplished with the game state we ended up in immediately there. I walked into the fire again because I'm smart. Up there. Looks like that's just another energy blaster. Yep, just basic energy blaster. I would love that health, but barrel was an issue. Ooh, gold saber. Seems like it's just saber but better, and I'm fine with that. Take less damage from spikes. Invincibility while sliding. There we go. That'll be good. There's the exit, by the way. You just break these gems and you can leave the level that you're on. In fact, rather than going down into the nightmare zone down there, we're just gonna leave. This way you can at least see me succeed in a stage. Hot scraps can cause chain reactions. You sure can. Oh, there's spikes everywhere. If it tracked what killed me the most, you'd see like a 90% rate for these laser traps. So I make the mistake of thinking I need to be directly on them for them to trigger, but no. As long as you're in line with them at all, they trigger. And they are instant. Which is, I think my one major complaint with this game is the instant nature of those laser traps is a little unnecessarily brutal. More hot scraps. Yeah, you know, it'll be fun to have more damage bits coming off of enemies. My gun's also almost empty, so we may as well switch back to the sword anyway. Ooh, Nebula. Nebula's a homing weapon, so it's really, really good. It also hits pretty hard for a homing weapon. So definitely one I recommend hanging on to as long as you can. Goddamn pillbug bullying me. Nothing up there. Okay. Can I just blow this up? Nope. But I still don't know how to get in those rooms. Laser trap. Actually... Okay, that does work. I don't need to burn my brake on that. Use batteries on doors. Oh, I need to use a battery to open that. Look at the game being nice to tell me the answer to the question I was asking for once. So the shops and the doors both need batteries then. Okay. Water rocket. Nah, I think I'm good. Oh, that's just a regular saber, so maybe the water rocket is worth it then. Oh, spikes aren't destroyed by brakes. Okay, that's a problem. I tried to just make sure not to go into the spike on the right, and instead I just went into the spike next to me. This definitely feels like a game where it's necessary to have some meta progression upgrades or where you just cannot do anything. Oh, that would have helped. Oh well. Hey, look, water rocket came back. Fucking pillbugs! These water rockets are, not great. That's not what I'm swap out. There we go. Don't get me wrong, I could bait those lasers, but I just do not trust like that. Like scraps from further out. Does that all mean I can heal better, presumably? Okay, we're out of there. We got through another stage. Any day now, game. Ooh, fire saber back. See that? Shop is once again not helpful. So we still don't have batteries. Double maximum energy, more hot scrap, or never be knocked out. Oh, that's probably for when you actually like, get knocked down, not as in don't die. Let's take extra energy. Not that it's gonna matter at the rate we're going, because it looks like we're gonna just die here in a moment. Maybe not. Yep, there it is. Apparently that explosion... Oh! The red one blew up, I think. I didn't know about that because I hadn't seen one of those guys before. Keep raising our HP per scrap. Because I feel like my defense is high enough at this point. Because at least I'm not instantly dying when things hit me. But I now need more HP per scrap to get sustainability. Okay, now that trap's not a... I don't understand how these traps work, apparently. I thought I started to understand them, but clearly I don't. More hot scrap for chaos. That... Bounce ball. I feel like with a bunch of tuning, this game could end up being incredible. Oh, those hurt me. I think... they do destroy the terrain too, though. These are good, I just need to be careful with them. Oh, right, there's magnet guys. I forgot about those. I had seen one of them before. Not quite where I wanted any of those to bounce to. Just eliminate him. Okay, that's a lot of health scrap. That's great. That's what I wanted. I wanted access to the box. Blast that. Okay, we're getting somewhere now. Look at me actually using my tools appropriately. Oh, I didn't realize you could destroy the green ones. So I definitely tried attacking the red traps before and nothing happened. Oh, what a difference a bit of understanding makes, eh? Flame attacks won't work underwater. You know what? That makes nothing but sense. I can't believe I actually hit him with that. I reflexively went to Energy Blaster and realized I don't have my Energy Blaster with me. As the bomb went bouncing around. Underwater jump all the time. That could actually be really helpful. Because what that means is we jump really high. We do fall slow, which might come back to bite me, but the high jump will be useful, I think. Ooh, a red head chip. Eat hot chip, have good thing happen. Healing disc, let's go. A fresh bounce bomb. I could just have nothing but bounce bomb, but let's be real here. That'd be a really bad idea. Takes care of the worst of that. I'm starting to get it. The healing chip will definitely make a big difference, though. The ads are oh, Saber specifically disable traps. That's why. Anyway, we're gonna pause since the ads are running. I'll be back in a moment. This is gonna be a little bit of an awkward split. I thought I was gonna end up cutting this game as the ads came up, but we're actually starting to do well, so I think we all are going to keep this going. I just want to do my usual hourly pause, though, so back in a moment. Welcome back from the ads, everybody. You got back just slightly before I did, because I got distracted by something for a second. But let's get back to gameplay, shall we? See how quickly this successful run turns against me. So who knew that the main thing I needed to do well at a game like this was something that explodes? What a twist. Something that allows me to indirectly attack and blow my enemies up. I feel like part of the idea behind this game is meant to be you're switching weapons more, or at least relying on those energy hits more, but they don't seem like they matter too much. Destroy tiles while sliding is interesting. Yeah, because now I can just pierce through the terrain. Oh, I can pierce through the terrain. There's potential in that idea, and I'm worried about what I'm going to end up doing to myself using that. We can definitely get at some of the stuff that's down here, thanks to the fact that we have these bombs. I can only break tiles that are directly in line with me with my slides. There we go. Clear those guys out. But I can break tiles like that, for example. I gained a level and then died, because the level up thing took my control away. Still, we got 2 installation chips, so we actually did better that time. We actually got something good here. I don't really need energy efficiency because I never feel like my energy blaster is gonna run out unless I'm going apeshit spam firing it. So let's keep raising our HP per scrap and our damage resist till we stop dying. I'm gonna miss my bombs. My bombs were my friend. They were the one thing that was good to me in this game. Everything else wants me dead. Bomb bearings and scrap fling. Sure, we'll take both of them. Okay. And that just throws a rock, okay. Thunk. Oh, that's actually funny. Yeah, it works. Oh, there's Fire Saber. Well, we've had that before now. Hurt weak robots by touching them. Me having contact damage for enemies is actually really funny. Yeah, we'll take that, actually. Hey, fuck you in particular, Pillbug. Scrappling's not too impressive, but it's fun. You wouldn't think just throwing a piece of junk at your enemies would be that interesting, but it's surprisingly entertaining. You're giving them a hint of what they will be. Okay, the bombs also get rid of traps. That's good. Oh, what a difference it makes once you can actually get rid of the traps, huh? I wonder. I can just feed the machine. What does this do for me? Oh, it makes a box, which got me a battery. Let's go. Interactions, interactions. Game mechanics, game mechanics. Let's go. You love to see it when game mechanics actually game mechanics. Not having a saber is causing some issues. Like those times where something's next to me and I just seem like I'm panicking. It's like, oh, I'm like, oh god, what do I do with this? What do I do here? Okay, fun as scrap fling is... Never mind. I got magnetized into just getting juggled to death. I was gonna say I'm gonna switch to Nebula because it's more efficient to try to keep us alive, and I didn't even get to do anything. Or damage resistance it is. Because I think the HP per scrap is good now. I don't think I need to increase that much further. I just definitely need defense so I survive. If I had a way to just raise the attack on everything I used, I would absolutely just take that. Invincible sliding, please. Ooh. 2 breaks and a black disc that does, good question, something. Edge splitter. Oh, it's a split shot. We once again don't have a saber, but you know what? That'll be okay. Having multiple attack angles will be helpful. Oh, I see. If there's an enemy nearby, you can't break the crystal to avoid them. That makes sense. Some robots only hurt Moon when touched. Oh, only some robots hurt Moon when touched. So not every enemy has contact damage. I believe the ranged guys don't, because I think I've run into the shooters before, and they've just kind of hung out. Till they shot. Then they hurt. Like, obviously, the things that have no projectiles probably would hurt you. Let's go ahead and get the tile breaking back, because that was actually super neat. Yep, out of shots for that. Some ammo back for that. Okay, you can't just replace your weapon with a fresh one and get the ammo back. Nope, I don't have any batteries. I was gonna get the level up juices. There are none to be had. It is neat that the edge thing can be pushed around. 'Cause I'm guessing that's why it's called edge splitters. It goes to the edge of the screen and then splits. That sounds obvious when I say it out loud like that, but it could have meant a bunch of different things. But it makes sense now that I've said it aloud. Doesn't look like there's too many places for me to go in here. Look like there's anything up there. Just chewing through the terrain for sake of chewing through the terrain at the moment. Nom 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 nom. This is what I think of your level design. It's delicious. Oh, there's an area down there. Screwing around just eating the level led to me discovering things. Let's blast through here, though, so I have a theoretical easy way back. I was kind of hoping I could hit him with the edge shot there, but it didn't quite work. Platforming. Let's go. I'm starting to actually get an idea of how to platform better in this game. There we go. Now we're cooking. I needed to make a bit of a wider space for ourselves there. Ooh, energy spread. Yep, figured it was just a shotgun. A useful shotgun, though. Hang on. For some reason, my nose just started to itch like crazy there for a moment. So I needed to regain focus for a second. Okay, you can't slide in mid-air. The hitbox around those spikes is a little bit beyond the spikes themselves. I don't know if y'all noticed. Well, let me amend that statement. I don't know if our hitbox is squared around us or the spikes are squared around them. Either one of those is true. I just don't know which one. But that's where that death came from. We'll go to the half-hour mark here, and then we'll switch. Since we're now at an awkward time again. Keep raising that damage resistance. Because honestly, our gun shoots most of the screen. I don't really need more than that. Especially since I replaced the energy blaster half the time, so... I don't know if there's that much of a benefit to upgrading the energy blaster. Now, if that affected every weapon you use, that would not only be way better, but also be what I would end up using. Let's take less damage from spikes, finally. I've been avoiding that one because it's like, no, that's the easy option. I want to try the interesting options. There comes a point where you have to accept the fact that you need the easy option. I don't want to burn another break getting that. Cool. We don't have any batteries still, so we can't get the level up stuff from in there. I made the right choice going this way first. Now, down there is going to be a thing, though. Because the problem is there's spikes guarding the entrance over there, but there's also this jerk guarding the entrance down here. There we go. I pretty much had to go really fast on that or I lost, pretty much guaranteed. Speaking of losing guaranteed, we have a problem. If I slide over there... Okay. I managed to gain control in time. I was terrified of hitting the spikes all around me here. But I can blast the spike... Oh, I fucked up. I fucked up bad. We are dead. We cannot get out of here. God damn it. I have no one to blame but myself. I have absolutely no one to blame but myself here. On the bright side, we keep gaining more damage resistance, so eventually I'll be too strong to die. You right? That's how that works? Eventually I'll be indestructible, haha. Oh, the Power Wizard's back. Actually, I think I want that and the blaster, not that and the saber. Because the blaster does have the advantage going through walls. I do think too many shops spawn at the beginning of runs where you literally can't use them. That's a little silly. Max energy, extra invincibility, and invincible wall sliding. Now this is a problem. One moment. I need that saber back for a second. Long enough to get rid of that trap, and then we'll come back to the saber. Strategy. I could try dodging it, but I don't think it would be worth it. You know, in hindsight, I probably should have tried the disc I had, just to see if it would do anything helpful for our situation at that moment. I doubt it would have done anything good, but it could have. It could have been like a teleport disc or something, maybe, possibly, perhaps. I don't know what the discs in this game can do yet, so there's always a possibility. I love when I get proven wrong by the game, by the way, because I thought those would always trigger every time you got near them, but half the time they've not been triggering like I expect them to, and now I'm questioning what I thought was true. Actually, anything over here? There is. Okay. Answer's trouble. Worthwhile trouble, though. We'll go ahead and blast our way in there. Another disc. What's the white disc do? Oh! Oh! So it turns out the white disc is the nuclear option. Everything is gone now. There's a joke there, but I'm just gonna let you imagine it, and you can guess what the joke is from there. Anyway, we're leaving. In the box. Oh, I forgot they could shoot through walls just like I could. I should have shot him first. I would have been fine if I hadn't blown myself up, but, you know. Lesson learned, eh? Star Scraper? That sounds interesting. Do these hurt me? They do not. Okay, we're fine then. We'll keep the saber, though, considering the amount of laser trap problems we've had. Also, just for sake of variety, really. Okay, the star gun might might not be that good. Unless you can hit with the whole thing. Keep giving me invincible sliding, please. It is good for hitting quantity of enemies, though. Like, rooms like what we actually have here are where it shines. Till I get bodied by a laser trap, because I was too busy looking at all the other things happening in the room. Green disc is reload. Okay, so that gave me back my ammo. Which is great up until you consider the fact that I was holding a weapon that had most of its ammo still when I used it, so I might not have gotten anything of note from that. In the last run, the white disc blew everything up. I don't know if I want to try it again. But I'm assuming the discs are randomized. I might be erroneously assuming that, but I'm assuming that. So if we have an emergency situation come up, I push B and everything goes away, theoretically. I think I'm starting to understand where I went wrong with those laser traps. I think when they're green, they're dangerous, and when they're red, they are recharging. How much does 100 points do? Not much. Okay, that was a waste of battery. Health. Gib health. God damn it. Okay, it looks like it does have an energy balancer. If something's full, it gives it to the other one. So that's good. Hot scraps destroy tiles when they bounce. That's dangerous as hell, but I'm into it. Because you'll notice how much of the terrain we've already lost this way. But it's funny. And considering we don't have a lot of time left before we hit the half-hour mark, you kind of have to just let the meme option happen, you know? Speaking of... Okay, I didn't expect to die doing that, but, turns out the discs aren't randomized. Or unless it randomized to the same one again. We're gonna go ahead and stop there. We are a few minutes ahead of the half-hour mark, but if I ran another run right now, it probably would last longer than 6 minutes. He says, lying to himself and convincing himself that he would actually survive for more than a couple minutes. But either way, that's fun. That game's fun. As you can see, even though it's a very simple early demo, it is a fun time. So I do think it is worth people giving it a look. It is only release date this year, so who knows when Crescent Break will actually come out, but I think the full version of that has very good potential. It just needs some tuning and more. More is important for something like that. So let's see, we're 3.5 hours in. We'll go for that one next. Does this one have a category? It does. Not that Twitch listens to me. There we go. This one's gonna be a little rough. This one's kind of janky in places. You'll understand why I say that when we get in. But I'm very interested to see how this one ends up actually playing out. Yeah, figured it was gonna be a little loud. I cut the audio for y'all before the gunshot actually happened because I saw